Well, welcome back to Friggin' Jeep. My name's John, and it's not raining today, so I'm trying to get some stuff done. I just mowed grass for about 2 hours, ran out of gas, so I can't go any further with that. But as you'll see later in this film, I'm gonna start making some new wood racks. Some of these, this was an old pallet, and the pallets give up the ghost. You can see where I've replaced a few of the boards. Now this one here is a real old one, and it's just too big. But see, it has the pressure treated floor. That's why I'm going all pressure treated. Now you notice on this one, okay, there's a gap in between those. Well, I realized, now I've been making wood racks for years and years and years. I realized that when it's tight like this, it holds water and the crud doesn't fall down through it. But all these have issues. That's why I'm not using them. I'm going to start making some new ones. I might use this one, but here's non-pressure treated, and you can see where the oak, I don't care what kind of oak you got in there, but might be able to push this over. Oh yeah, I got pressure treated on the bottom. See, the pressure treated on the bottom doesn't give up the ghost. And this is a real wet area, so that's why I'm going to pressure treat it on them from here on out. But the issues, if you got a pressure treated bottom, okay, you can redo all this stuff. So this is still pretty much held together, so this one will probably be okay. I'll probably replace that one board on this one and see if I can't get another little bit of time out of it. Might even put roofs on these things, I don't know. Haven't quite decided what I'm doing. So this one here is all discombobulated out to the corner here. This one here, it looks like I used a pressure treated board there and put lags into it down there to hold it together. So I've just evolved into this, and the ones that I'm making now, I'm just gonna burn these old ones up and have another bonfire tonight, guys. So I got this one's gonna go. I'll save this bracket there. I think that one will go, that one will go. At least 3 of them will go, because these, let me tip this one over. Oh my goodness. This was a, yeah, see how all that rots? That's the trouble with the pallet ones. So I'm going to take all the usable stuff. This got another one of those brackets that I put on there. They seem to be, they make them a lot more sturdy. And I think I'll just cut these up and throw them in the bonfire. I might even save some of those screws if they come out. Not sure. Anyhow, that's kind of the project today, because everything is, they're still planning us a lot of rain. It's very cloudy. I just don't feel like uncovering a whole lot of stuff to just have to cover it back up again. So that's why I'm playing with this. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Yeah, I got a mess in my hands. Hello out there in YouTube land. Well, I'm making something, and normally it's not dark at this time. It just turned dark. Well, let's see what time it is. It is 7:30. I've been working on what I'm working on for about an hour now. Some of the stuff was already pre-done, some of it wasn't. So I'm going to show you. Leave a comment if you think you know what I'm making. Of course you know what I'm making. It's over there in the background. I hope you can see it. I do not know how much you can see, because I'm going to be working in the dark, kind of. Well, I don't know. I'm always in the dark, aren't I? So anyhow, the first, and I never know what's exactly in the camera either. Looks like the whole shooting match is in the camera. I cut these a long time ago. I don't remember how long I cut them. There's a ruler around here someplace. And I know I've done stuff on this before. It's the beginning of wood boxes. This is, I think they're 40 inches maybe? 40 inches, okay? And I made this thing to hold all this nonsense, so it's already square. It's just got to come in and back up against there. And then you can't see here, but there's lines here. In the daytime I can see them better than I can see them there now. And then you take your pressure treated wood and you put it in there until it goes up to that back line too. And then you get another fancy one for the front. Which you can't see now, but I'm getting it here. And you don't want these to be past this board here. So you can sit there and go like this and get them level. So these are cut at like 1/8 of an inch under, and you just bring a flush with here, and once you got it that way, you're basically ready to start hammering. Okay, you don't need to put a whole lot of nails in there to begin with. You're just kind of stabilizing everything. And I think this one should be all right. Yeah, it moved a little bit. I'm no carpenter, and this doesn't require electrical work. All right, so now I'm there. Not too rough. Then I start laying my boards out. Laying some of my boards out. Here's one. Yeah, put that one there. Here's another one over here. Looks like I'm gonna run out. I didn't order enough boards, did I? Well, maybe I did. Anyhow, next thing I got to do. These are 8-footers. I'm 60 inches there, which is 5 foot. That means I have a 3-foot drop. So over here, which you can't really see me, I'm gonna be cutting some of those up so I have more of these because I want to make one more. So somewhere I put my googles down, which this isn't too much rocket scientist because I'm not a rocket scientist. But and these go in the halfway spots. So I'm going to cut 3 more of those and bring you back, and I'm going to have the boards kind of already. Well, you kind of didn't see that. I got to cut 1 for down there, and then I'm going to cut 2 more and probably take one of those out. I'm not sure. So I'll be back in a little bit, or bring you back when I'm. There's no point in watching me do that, so we'll be back in a bit. All right, we made it back. I got all the boards cut. Now I'm going to show you kind of how I space them out. I got 2 of these things. I don't know where the other one is. It's over here. Just kind of put it there. Put it there. And kind of feel to make sure nothing's proud. You don't want anything. You don't want it. This board here has to be smaller or shorter than this, because if this sticks out this way, when you start screwing the boards in that go up, they're going to want to lean out. So you want them to not do that. So this is about it, and then I just boom, boom. And this one here is a little more difficult. You kind of got to guesstimate a little bit, but it won't be too bad. That looks pretty close. Inside there, inside there, inside there. Does that look straight there? It might be able to come out a hair. Push that down a little bit more. Push. And I'll tell you what I'll do. That looks pretty close. I missed. It slid, but it really doesn't make much difference, does it? And then this one here, I'm going to the back one. This is a split one too, because I was running out of boards, but I kind of counted on having to use the splits. So I'm all right with that. And that looks pretty close there, close enough for the government, right? No, wrong side. Glad you saw that, Bill. Yeah, that's close enough. Man, that wood is slippery. That gets it close enough. The board widths are a little bit, each board width's a little bit different, so it just doesn't make any difference. Because this side here is different than the other side down there. Yeah, I could eyeball it closer if I wanted. But I ain't worried about it that much. Put all that nonsense up there, that's done. Now I'm going to screw them, which get a handful of screws, lay them out, drop a few underground so you have to look for them. Now I don't put these all in the same line because if you put them all in the same line, it might want a tendency to crack that board in time. I'm not sure. Ouch, getting a cramp in my leg here. And I like the screws, I like the nails, and I like the screws both. Nails, because they get it in place real quick. Okay, I don't know how much I got in cost and wood in this. Some of it was these. I got a bunch of them. I worked a trade. You know me. You get wheel and deal. You can wheel and deal. I sold a bunch of wood for somebody. They gave me a boatload of them. I'm sure you've seen them on the back. That could go a little bit more. I think I'll keep this one up here, because if I put this here, it might want to split out there, so I'm not going to do that. Grab another handful, give me a better potential of losing them. Up the center, I don't know, you can put as many as you want in there. I'll tell you what, we're just going, you're just holding the center board in. It's also going to get nailed. It's got one nail in that one, if you recall. Let's cross it over here. We'll put one in this one. If I get up there, oh my goodness, I don't move like I used to, guys. I gotta get back off, don't I? And take my bucket of screws and run this back section here. I'm gonna put 2 screws in this one here, and I'm gonna put them in the back part. Now I'll start putting them in at a diagonal. And you guys are just about done. I don't know how much time I got in these, but it doesn't take too much more time than pulling a bladder out. Now, if I go, these 4 will be equal to 6 totes. So I don't know what the cost of 6 totes would be. Good price on those around here is $50. Let me tell you, once you start using these, you like them better than the totes. They work a lot better for me, but they're a little bit longer. You gotta spend some time making them. These will hold, depending on how high you stack them, they'll hold an easy half a cord. All right, I'll probably run out of nails, but that one shot a block. That one shot one. Ran out of bullets, guys. Oh lordy! You guys familiar with this? I don't know if you're in there or not. Something like that. Something like this. and you're good to go again. We'll put an extra nail in there just for the heck of it. That didn't look... It probably split that board. Let's see, I got there. I got to do one here. I'm going to put... Because that's the center. One here, one here, one here, one here, one there. What the heck? We're doing good. Really, that's all you need. And that pallet is done. That's how long it takes to make one. Now the hardest thing to do is get them off. So you gotta raise them up, put something under there. Oops. I didn't get it. There we go. And they ain't light. I can tell you that right now. I think I'll leave it right there. It's not in my way. Get rid of that. Put this thing's starting to, the hydraulics are starting to bleed down on a little bit. So that's about how long it takes to make a wood rack. I probably erased you a little bit. I don't know how much the other one is. I got one more to go. These are just the bases. And I finally decided the pallets, they rot out, number one. Number two, let me see if I can get you a board to kind of give you a... Most everybody knows what pallets are. Say this is your bottom board. Say this is your bottom board. The top of the pallet's up here, but you got a board here going long ways on your pallet. In other words, if you're looking over there at that pallet, you'd have a board going from this side all the way across, maybe 3 of them. Those nails in those go up. And as those, they're making pallets out of green wood. It's not pressure, it's just junk green wood. And as those pallets dry, as that wood dries and it shrinks, those nails start to fall out, and those bottom pieces fall out, and you're getting nails in there. That's why I don't put bottom pieces on there. I don't want anything going up. If these nails in the top here come loose, okay, then that's all I got. You'll see it. They can't exactly drop out. So yeah, this one's a little crooked. That's gonna be. Sometimes you get these a little warped. Yeah, it wants to go this way. There it goes up the back. I got a couple more over here. Oh lordy! So I'll have four. Okay. I might be missing one of these. That didn't go down all the way there. Am I missing one of those? No, I got one. I thought I brought enough. Yeah, the hydraulics are starting to lean down a little bit. I think I like that straighter one over here. That went in a little bit better there. I didn't blow it off. Sometimes I blow that off. And it's up to the line. Now we start off with... I might need one more 6x6 though. I'm not sure about that. I bought 15, I think. Well, once you got the basics of this thing together, that one's bowed. Let it bow to the inside. Well, it doesn't look like I got enough. I got enough to do 2 more crosses. I could use, I think, 1 or 2 more. I guess I got to go to the store again. Anyhow, that's how they go together. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'll bring you back when I got them all stacked up. I got to take the template thing back. Once this one's in and nailed in with what I got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll be good to go. I generally like to keep the splits toward the back, because then as you're stepping in, I don't know, it just seems better to me. So that's if I remember when I do it. I forget from time to time. So We'll see you back in a little bit when I got them stacked up, take them ready to put in the back, get out of my way. I got to take and put the Bobcat away. And some good news, great news. The Bobcat's running again. They finished it up today. The squirrels ate another one of those. I think I already mentioned it. Ate another one of those actuator wires up, so I had to do that. Meanwhile, he had to be the small sizes of a squirrel either to get into where he got to fix where they screwed up. It was the sending unit on the fuel gauge. They chewed that off at the top. So anyhow, we taped wires and did all hocus pocus, but it started and ran. So we're making forward progress. Leave me a comment down below if you like these racks. You've seen the other ones. I will not be spraying these with oil this year because they are soaking wet. And so next year, once they dry it out, then I'm going to go ahead and spray them. And I still got to cut the wood for the, I think I have enough wood down there for one set of sides, but I'm going to have to, we're going to be at the sawmill doing something. Might even be using that Tree of Heaven. See how that works out just for the heck of it. All the boards from here up get screwed in, so if they fail, you just take them out and replace them. So be back in a bit. Bye-bye. Well, guys, it's Jimmy, right?
Yep, it's Jimmy. Yep.
Jimmy is the master mechanic here. He has gotten into places there where you couldn't get. The two, you didn't see it, I didn't photograph it. They got both of these actuators down in here. So there's one down here and then there's one here. Both of those had to come out and be miracle worked. And the miracle was him getting them out of there so I could take them up and resolder. I did the one, I think I showed you guys doing the one, but the other one, once it got in, he's got a computer that keeps beeping and giving me a heart attack because that's what the codes sound like when they set off a code. Then somewhere he got down into here someplace, I can't even see it, where the gas sending unit is. They chewed the wire. They like chewing right next to where the wires come out of the sending unit. I rewrapped some stuff that I could get to, but there's a lot of bare wires down there that I think better be in my wheel horse pretty soon. Look at that thing. Somebody designed that before it even got put together. Somebody knew this was going to go there. Isn't that amazing? So hopefully this is day 2 of working on this beast. Yeah, I think you need to knock on every tree in the woods. Hopefully all the damn squirrels will come falling out when you do knock on them. Yeah, knock the squirrels out for sure. So I finally getting a little bit of a smile on my face. We're getting there. I miss this beast. It's my right and left hand. Here's what, I guess that's where he ties into the confuser. Look at that. Whew. Anyhow, that's just kind of a Bobcat update. See you later.